What's going on, guys? We're here with another recap pod for Strictly Auburn. Me and Mr. Jake here after week 4 against Missouri. We're doing some video today, seeing how it works. But yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. We'll give the video. We'll give it a try. I mean, I got some NFL action on behind me. You just got red zone going.
Right.
But yeah, we had big football game yesterday. I mean, I guess a win is a win, but that was about as sloppy of a win as you can have.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't say it was a sloppy game, but we definitely shouldn't have won the game. Like, Missouri just gave it to us.
What I read on Twitter, I think my favorite tweet, someone said that's the best worst game I've ever watched.
It was fun. Hey, at least it was exciting, right?
Yeah,
It was a fun game to be at for sure.
Yeah, that it was. It was fun to be at, but it was so. I mean, from what I saw, it was so sloppy and poorly coached and poorly
It was
executed.
it was. I would say for this game, the coaches really. It was more the coaches, I think, than the players this game. Just like stupid play calling on the offense for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot
yeah,
of questionable calls
it
that
was. I mean, just off the gun, there was that 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, and for whatever reason, we turned around and handed the ball off. Like, I mean, I think
yeah.
we've all watched enough football to know that you got to gain 1 yard. Why are you going backwards?
Robbie previously.
Why look backwards when you have your running quarterback in the game?
Yeah, Robbie previously converted a 4th and 1 when he did a
Little QB sneak.
QB sneak and got like 4 yards. So like I don't know why you just don't get back to that.
I don't know. The play calling was all questionable, but we'll dive into that. I just had a quick
Yeah.
question for you. We've been doing these at the end. I want to start doing these at the beginning. MVP of Week 4. First
Oh,
SEC
man.
action. Who's your MVP? I know mine. We might have the
I know
same
mine.
guy.
Yeah, I think mine's gonna be Derek Hall,
Yeah.
or either Derek Hall or no, actually Derek Hall because he actually went crazy. He
Yeah,
had a sack, an interception, like 3 tackles for loss.
I think he had a pair
Uh,
of sacks.
Yeah, he had 2 sacks and 8
I think he had
tackles.
2 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, and 1 pick. First turnover
Yeah.
for Auburn.
Yeah,
So-
that was he had a really great. Hey, but that's I mean, there's a couple of positives that you can actually take in this game. Defense played
Yeah.
actually pretty well. I think Robbie he looked fine to me, to be honest. He didn't look great and he didn't look bad. You know, he was just kind
Yeah,
of
so so Robbie Ashford for me, he looked like and you could tell he was inexperienced.
yeah.
One of the things that that Auburn writers had called Bo Nix last year, they kept talking about how he had happy feet in the pocket,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it's
well,
just
with our O line,
when
you kind of
when you're
have
sitting
to.
in, when you're but when you're sitting in like yesterday, our offensive line actually for the first couple quarters played really really well.
I don't know about that.
And not really, really well, but they played good enough to give him a few clean pockets.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually that
And
is
pass protection,
adorable.
for
Just so
sure.
you know, out my window there's a dog walking with 3 legs, so
That's
that's
great.
really cute and sad. But yeah, Ashford was. I thought he was running out of clean pockets when I thought he could have sat in a little bit longer, but that's one of those things that'll come with time and
Well,
experience and age.
Yeah, I mean, asking him, you know, this first game he's ever fully started as a college football player,
Yeah.
and he's gonna stick to his gun, his bread and butter, which is using his legs. So, I mean, maybe he did kind of leave a couple of clean pockets, and then hit some throws that he should have, but like on the runs that he did run, he would pick up like a first down or
Yeah.
and it would be positive runs, and then
I mean, stick with what works, I guess. But yeah,
But I mean, yesterday it was just our offense. Other than Robbie running the ball, it really wasn't. It was non-existent. Tank really could. I mean, it's just our O line is so. I mean, we can't get.
they're
any
so
push.
bad.
Yeah,
I'm going to
no.
say it outright. They are atrocious. They
No, they're
give up way
awful.
too much pressure. They can't run block. Missouri has one of the worst defensive fronts in the they have one of the worst defensive fronts in the SEC. And we
Yeah.
too much pressure. There's no run blocking. I mean, and also just touching on the play calling. We started. I was texting in our group chat a bunch, but we started that ball game off with 16 straight rush attempts. 16.
I mean,
That's a high school number.
it is, but like I think what they wanted, they really, I guess they were really wanting to establish the run game early, which is what we're gonna have to do every game. But I mean, and then you also have, I get that. I mean, that just shows you they're not really confident with Robbie's capability to throw the ball too. So,
But that's even more concerning to me. Like the fact that you're gonna commit to 16 straight rush. I know not all of them were called rush attempts. There were probably one or two that were not designed runs.
Yeah.
But I'll say of the first 16 that were rushes, 14 of them were run plays.
Yeah.
Or designed quarterback run plays.
Yeah.
The other two, I would say, were
yeah.
happy feet, quick, unnecessary scrambles.
Yeah, because Robbie went 14.
Yeah. It was.
But I mean, it worked. We drove down. That actually, the first drive was one of the first drives this whole season where Auburn actually looked like we were driving down the field and then we converted in the red zone, which we haven't been able to do in at all.
I mean,
this season.
we were 2 for 2 in the red zone. We converted We also converted 2 fourth downs on that drive as well.
It's kind of weird because
Both
this
fourth
game,
ones, which
this game
is ironic.
A lot of people, this game, I mean, obviously we should have lost, but it didn't look as bad as Penn State. I feel like we played better in this game than we did in Penn State. Is that weird to say? With the sloppiness. I mean, because last week,
I think we played. Yeah, I think we cleaned up quite a bit this week. I think we looked like a better football team, but
still not a good football team.
All the stuff I said going into this week about how this could be a send-off game for this team this year. I'm gonna blast this whole team off into the sun. But Harsin still has a job because of a missed field goal. Just to be very clear.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. Which I mean, it is what it is, but I just think I hate people, all the fans and stuff and the media. I mean, while he's our head coach, still respect him as our head coach, and a lot of people are saying he doesn't care that we win or lose this game, any of these games this season, because he's already fired and they're already looking for a new coach. I think he still cares about this team a lot, and he still cares if we win or lose. Obviously, I mean
he's coaching.
He's
for
getting
his
paid.
next...
He's getting paid regardless. But still, I mean, I think he's still coaching to win us games. He's not.
Yeah, he's obviously not coaching to lose. I don't think anyone's going to give up on this team. I mean, they clearly have. One thing they do well is they fight till the bitter end.
Yeah,
they did play till the last snap of this game clearly, and we should have lost this game. And I just think it's really hard to be I honestly think we'd be lying to ourselves saying that it's likely that Harsin's going to be our coach next year.
Yeah,
I think that's.
And
I think
the thing for him to do, for him to be our coach next season, I think he has to either beat Georgia or Alabama, or both. I mean, he has to. I'm saying I'm not saying we're going to beat either of those teams, but for him, I think if he beats Georgia week 6, then I think he could be our head coach still.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's a tall ask.
It's a big if. Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about there. I mean, I'm going on to Zach's show later, Around the Plains on Eagle Eye, and one of the things we're going to be talking about is whether or not Auburn's football season is salvageable. I mean,
that's a good question.
Fitting your definition of well, I'll start by asking, what's your definition of salvageable?
Salvageable? I mean,
is it Harsin coming back for a third year? Or is it a win total? Or
I would say a win total. I think that's 7-5. I think that if we do 7-5, I'll walk away from this season obviously disappointed, but it's not like last season. It's a step up, which I think that's a good definition of salvageable. What about you? What do you think?
So I've given some thought about this for the last 24 hours. To me, salvageable for this season, I like I said on our show this week, I don't see this Auburn team being all that successful this season. I just don't think they're that good. I don't think the team is good enough. I think they got lucky in this week's win. We did not deserve to win this week. and then we
Yeah.
go into an LSU week. LSU's coming off a big win, so to me, salvageable is all for Brian Harsin. I think salvageable would be him returning for a third year,
You
because
think so?
he's the focal point of this team. He's the national face of this team. When
So
people
with that,
people think Auburn football, they're thinking Brian Harsin right now, and whether or not he's going to be the coach in 4 months.
So with
or
that
in-
being said,
in
do you
2 months.
want him to be our to come back as a third year?
Do I personally?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't like him as a play caller. I don't like him as a head coach. I don't think he's done. I know it's only been 2 recruiting cycles, but he hasn't done a great job in those recruiting cycles. But that'll come with time, and to earn more time, you have to put a winning product on the field.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't have to really. Well, whenever if he gets
We'll dive
fired,
into it whenever the time
yeah,
comes.
yeah. So we don't have to talk. Let's talk about the game though. Tank, man, Robbie was our leading rusher again. I mean, what do you think about that?
Man, it's hard finding positives with this team.
Yeah, it is.
Robbie was our leading rusher with only like 56 rush yards. We clearly set our over under a little too high.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was it, like 125?
Yeah, it was 120. I thought I don't know. I thought he was just going to be able to light it up, I guess.
We thought he was going to run all over this team. I think we all thought he was going to go up near 100.
I think a lot of people did. I think a lot of people thought we were going to be able to, let Tank have a field day. Robbie, Jarquez, all those guys, even Damari. Obviously, that wasn't the case, though. I mean, our O line is so we don't get any push. I mean, we don't dominate any facet. Our tackles are not good. Our guards are. I mean, Tay Johnson got hurt yesterday.
I mean, usually you could say when you look at an offensive line, in both
You have
college
some-
and the NFL,
yeah.
there's one facet of the game that they do well. Whether it's
Right.
they might pass block really well, but
Or
they're
run block really well, yeah.
run block really well, or maybe their pass protection's garbage, but they can really create a hole for the rush.
Yeah.
This offensive line is
It's neither.
bad in every facet of the game. They give up too much
Yep.
pressure. They can't create any separation for Tank or Jarquez or whoever's running the ball to get a seam.
Yep.
They don't give enough time for our quarterback to sit in a pocket. And it's really hard, like I said, with Ashford, who, young quarterback. You got to give him time. He's not going to make those
Exactly.
quick reads, even like TJ. TJ, I know we give TJ a lot of shit, but he'll make reads a little bit quicker just because he's seen them. Like
He's been in
he's
a
a little more
this
time.
offense. Yeah. One positive I did see, Coy Moore had a great game
Yeah.
yesterday. So it actually, it goes hand in hand. I mean, Coy Moore has a great game, but then you only target Javaris Johnson. I mean, how many targets did he get? He's our
Not
leading.
enough.
Exactly. He's our leading receiver, and we're not giving him the ball. So that's kind of, I don't understand Eric Kiesel on that part, but at least Coy Moore did. I mean, we gave him the ball, and he had a great game.
Yeah,
he looked
4
good. He
receptions
looked
for
like
74 yards.
yeah, hey, that's good. I mean, he turned that one play. I thought wasn't it supposed to be like a double pass?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
And he
it was supposed to be a double pass, and he turned
took it
into a
around
first down.
and went all
Again,
the way.
a play
yeah.
that our wide receivers and offensive line couldn't block for.
Right. But at least
I also wanted to throw out, he played well. Our second leading receiver was someone who they had only targeted one time in the Penn State game. John Samuel Schenker had 3
yeah.
receptions for about 40 yards.
But at least,
and then the next two dudes were second and third teamers. So
well, at least we're going in the depths. I mean, Amari Kelly, they're giving us a promise for the future, though.
Camden Brown,
Camden Brown, right? Yeah,
one
he had a
reception,
little screen.
one single target for a screen.
Little screen, yeah. I mean, he caught it when I was there. Got a good little video of that. But I mean, I don't know. At least Coy Moore did his job with the ball. At least we figured out he can be a useful receiver for us.
Yeah,
But other than that,
I hope he gets some more time next week.
I'm sure he will.
He started this week, right? Yeah, he started this week.
Yeah.
I hope he starts next week, but sees more targets. I would like for this offense. I know we gave them some crap early in the season for only targeting 3 guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear to me that there are only a handful of guys that have the ability to play at a consistent level and to run routes. I mean, I felt like Auburn media blew up for Landon King making 1 reception last week, and then he only got targeted, I think, 1 time this whole game. So I think this offense, you got to make up your mind and find who your guys are.
Well, I mean, you can have 5, 6 guys that you can go to, but it's all situational type things, I mean,
Yeah.
Obviously, if you really need a big first down, or if you're in the red zone or something like that, you'll probably go to like a Javaris Johnson across the middle, or maybe Coy Moore, Cedric Jackson, a veteran receiver that is going to make a play.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in the red zone, you'll probably go to our bigger guys like Camden Brown, Landon King, that can go up and grab the ball, or one of our tight ends like Luke Deal, or one of those. So I mean, it's situational things that you can go to for certain guys, which.
Yeah.
Hopefully we start to see that, but I mean, I don't think we will, because I don't know if they're...
You mentioned Luke Deal, second string tight end. We saw, I know you mentioned it, we saw that you want to see less of the 12-man personnel. Continued to see a lot of it. In this, and then in overtime, we'll get to the whole Missouri, we'll get to how we got to overtime in a second.
Yeah.
But we didn't get a single first down in overtime. And the one play that we did have an open touchdown.
We did target, it was to Luke Deal.
Which,
and
again,
dude, I was right there.
Why are you throwing to a backup tight end in overtime? Why?
I guess they're confident in his ability to make a play, though. I don't know. That's a good question.
You have John Samuel Shanker, who is, I think, we've watched enough Auburn football to know that John Samuel Shanker's got pretty sure hands. He'll go up and make a play.
Honestly, I'd rather us throw to Landon King than Luke, I guess.
Go to someone that's made a play for you before.
Yeah.
That was really weird to me. And then the fact that we scored points in overtime, we got bailed out. We probably got bailed out 3 times in a span of 30 minutes. Yeah. Like actual 30 minutes, with them missing that 26-yard chip shot. Then Carlson missed his field goal. We got bailed out with an offside.
Dude, Carlson is...
And then whatever fumble.
Carlson hasn't been locked in, bro. He is... he missed
he was perfect coming into this game, though.
I mean, but still, bro, like three field goals? That's awful. That's unacceptable.
Which is weird. On the final stat line, it only shows 1. Like, he was 1 for 2 on the day.
Because
2 of them were called back for offsides.
Yeah, Auburn really got lucky yesterday. Man, just we can. You want to preview a little bit of the LSU game?
To be honest, I don't know much about this LSU team other than the fact they don't have Coy Moore anymore.
Well, they're not bad. I think
they're not bad.
They're in the mid.
I mean, we beat them last year.
SEC. We did, but they got that quarterback that can really, really run. He's a Robbie, kind of athletic.
Mm-hmm.
They had pretty decent receivers as well, and their defense looked pretty good last night. It's gonna be a tough game because they're improving with week in and week out. So it's gonna be a tough game for us. Good thing it's in Jordan-Hare, and it's a night game, so it's gonna be a pretty
It'll
crazy
be rocking.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with
I thought the energy was great at yesterday at 11 a.m. Crowd really shred up, which is a positive for the
it was
for the fans.
It was really weird. I mean, it was great to see for the first 2 quarters. It was great.
Hey, it was loud overtime. People stayed. It was still
weirdly
packed out.
It was like weirdly loud. Like at least
crazy.
I thought.
Yeah.
Everyone went nuts. Like we just won the Iron Bowl. Meanwhile, I'm standing there looking around like we just got bailed out. Like we did not deserve to win that game.
I mean,
a win is a win, though.
A win is a win, and maybe it's not the best way to look at it, but excitement for a football game is excitement, regardless of we're getting bailed out, or I mean, it was a fun game to watch. I liked it. I enjoyed. Like I'm talking about the overtime.
I know I told you, I said we were going to win and they were going to cover.
Yeah, you're right. We only what was the spread, 7?
Yeah, it was 7. And by the way, I just going through it. 26-yard chip shot from an All-American kicker was missed.
He was an 80. He had 85% before that.
The thicker kicker is what the broadcast was calling him.
He was one of the best.
260-pound meat.
Yeah, he was one of the best kickers in all of college football and misses a 26-yard.
We got bailed out there. Carlson missed his 36, 39-yarder.
Yeah.
And then gets to do it again because of a penalty. And then whatever happened on that last play, which, to be honest, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't really want to talk about that much because if that was their backup running back and we got lucky because he dropped the ball. No one made a play on it. He dropped the ball. I'm not giving credit to our defense for that. They gave up a game-winning touchdown and we got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really our defensive fault that he dropped the ball. Like, he dropped it.
No, it's not, but we got bailed.
Yeah, we got bailed out. I mean, at least Caden Bridges covered the ball. That's all you could say on that play. I mean, it was a good heads-up play by him to go and fall on it. But, yeah, our defense, they really buckled there for sure. But, I mean, it is what it is. This we're not really a good team this year, which is...
No, we're going to need some more scrappy wins if we're going to be decent. Every win's going to look like that.
Yeah, but I mean, at least we got some fight in us. I mean, at least we'll...
That's true.
That's if we're going to be...
dogs, we know that.
If we're going to be a crappy football team, at least we'll fight to the end. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Just, I mean, what do you want to see looking forward into next weekend? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
But if you can give me 2 points on offense and 2 points on defense.
All right. On offense, I want to see the main one for me if assuming Robbie Ashford is starting next week.
Oh, actually, all right. Pause this question. Who do you want to see start next week?
Robbie. There's no doubt in my mind. I want to see Robbie. I think this football team in the first quarter is what this team should look like if they're going to win football games.
Exactly.
TJ doesn't give a winning formula for this team.
It's just because of our O-line. It's so bad. But I mean, like I said on the show Saturday, you can scheme a bad O-line. You can scheme a way to win with a bad O-line. We've done it.
Not with TJ.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not with TJ, but with Robbie, a mobile dual threat quarterback. And with Robbie, I think if we keep him in more, he's going to just get confident and better at throwing the ball.
He'll be comfortable. Yeah,
I think that's just like the type of player that he is. He's just going to get better as the year goes on. So maybe we see improvements from him, which I think we will. He's a great athlete. So
yeah,
if we could just replicate what we did that first drive throughout the game, then we'll be fine. Because if our defense plays lights out until the
They played lights out other than the second quarter and overtime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we shut them out
this team
after
is
the second quarter.
Inconsistent. Super inconsistent. I think we gotta find
some consistency. Yeah.
Consistency for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So getting back to your question though.
Yeah. 2 points
on
offense.
offense I want to look out for. Assuming Robbie plays, this is all contingent on that. Mm-hmm. I want to see Robbie less happy feet in the pocket. I want to see him sit in the pocket, take a hit, and make throws over the middle of the field to open receivers. I want to see some shorter route combinations, over the middle throws, balls quick out of his hands, and get him confident in the pocket. That comes from trust from Harsin. That's trust from Kiersau. You got to trust them because if they clearly don't. And it's not hard for an opposing defense to see that. There's no trust.
I mean, that's what happened Saturday. The first drive, we did well, and then Missouri adjusted, and that was
Can't do anything.
They stopped us. Yeah,
it's a varsity offense.
So give us something on defense you want to see going into next week. Hey, our boy DJ played well again, man.
He keeps playing well. I really want to see. He didn't get the start, but he basically got the start. He came in on the second drive of the game, played the whole game.
Yeah.
One thing on defense, I want to keep seeing I want to see more I mean, it's cliche. But turnovers. You
Yeah.
got to force something. We had a whole bunch
At
of
least
three
we
and
did
outs,
force
which-
one.
Well, technically two. Like on the
Oh,
stat
yeah.
sheet too, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I'm not.
No.
No, that we didn't do anything to deserve that. I don't know
Right.
why we. I don't know how we earned this. We didn't earn this win. They handed us on a silver platter this win.
No, you're right.
Um,
So you
we got
said
one. We got one
turnovers?
real turnover. Great play by Nehemiah Pritchett. Nice play by Derek Hall.
Yeah.
You're gonna need more momentum shifting plays like that. You're gonna have to give
100%.
the jungle something to cheer about. You can't just rely on yourself.
Right. For me, I just for the offense, we need to we need to allow our best player Tank being more involved in the game and
Mm-hmm.
find a way to get him the ball, even if it's maybe not if it's him running the ball, but I mean this summer I saw a lot of videos and clips of him working on receiving and catching the ball and running routes.
Working out of the slot. is
Yeah,
what I
so
really
maybe
liked.
yeah, so if we can just get him out there in an open space because of our O line's so bad, you can't block for him. Then we get him the ball like that and just some quick pitches out to him from Robbie, or I would like to see maybe a little bit of read option. I mean, I know it sounds.
Yeah, we saw that in week 1. Haven't seen it since.
I know it sounds corny. I mean, I know the narrative at Auburn is we need a dual threat quarterback to run read option, but I mean, maybe it works with our O line and how bad they are. So that, and then for our defense, I'll say I'll hit off yours as more turnovers. And just fitting the run better. I think we haven't really been fitting the run as good as we need to. But I think our DBs are playing a lot better. They're improving a lot more with
Our young
pass
guys,
protect-
Keontae
or-
Scott and DJ James.
Yeah,
Rhyme also
but-
played a little bit.
Yeah, JD. Yeah. So I think our secondary is starting to improve. We just got to get our linebacker core and our front seven have to just fit some gaps a little bit
Yeah.
better. But yeah,
I mean, before we wrap up, I got. I mean, it was just announced Rihanna's a Super Bowl halftime show. I think we're all
Oh,
excited
really?
for that.
That's cool.
just
That's
got that
good.
alert, and
She'll
the new
do a good
AP
job.
poll. The new AP poll just
Oh,
got
yeah.
dropped. So I
Let's
was just
see. Read it
I
off
was just
to
looking
me.
at
Read
that
the
just
top
for
10.
the whole top 10. All right, top 10 in order. UGA at number 1, Alabama at 2, Ohio State at 3, Michigan 4. So the top 4 is unchanged.
Right.
Clemson's still at 5. Southern
Clemson's still at
California
5? What?
Southern California is up to 6.
Wow. SoCal is up to 6?
USC. Kentucky's up at 7. Wow.
Whoa.
Tennessee moves up to 8. Oregon State at 9, and NC State at 10. Penn State at 11.
Hey.
Our boy Bo Nix at 13 in Oregon. A lot of SEC
Oh.
on here, though. Holy cow.
A lot of SEC, but a lot of really bizarre. This is a weird year for college football.
In the top 25, I mean, I'm just counting SEC. Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ole Miss, A&M, Arkansas. 7 SEC teams in the top 25.
Yep. Yeah, SEC is gonna be a fun
And if you count
SEC.
Oklahoma, who's future SEC, it's 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun SEC slate for Auburn this year, to say the least.
And and we'll see some matchups.
Hey, yeah, we're about to get a lot of good football here for the next
between
4 weeks.
I'm sure Alabama plays Tennessee this year, as they always do.
Oh
and we're
boy,
gonna
that's
see,
gonna be a good game. Hey,
Sure,
Hayden
don't we
Hooker
see UGA in
is.
Kentucky?
We should.
Right? They're both
Yeah, there's gonna be
SECs.
some good football here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully,
I'm
Auburn's
excited
a part
too.
of that.
Man,
Hopefully
if we can,
Hopefully,
there's
we
a
can play
cut
spoiler.
like, yeah.
We'll
And
play spoiler to one of these teams.
the thing about this Auburn team is if we can just get a couple of things to just kind of click, and if we just keep have Robbie as our one, and just get him comfortable in the offense, I think our offense you'll see it improve and turn around. Hopefully, that's what I'm saying. But there's not really too much on the defense that we really need to improve on. Just kind of adjusting
Complementary
to
football.
adjusting to the
Offense
other
got to
team's
help the
offense.
defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And special teams, which it's kind of, before we wrap up, kind of ironic. I know I said on the show all three it's so ironic because they've played so well all year, and this week our special teams was not good.
Punt did fine.
Oh my God, their punter was nasty. He hit like a 70-yarder and like a 65-yarder.
We almost blocked him a couple times. I don't know how we didn't, but yeah. I mean, just talk about special teams. Keontae Scott did fine returning it.
Yeah, he had I think one shifty return for like 10 yards, 9 yards.
Yeah, of course he got called back by a flag, but it's fine.
That's good enough.
Yeah, but is there anything else you want to hit on before we wrap it up?
No, I think not much. I mean, we'll start prepping for this LSU game. I think we got some big finishes in the NFL coming up right now. I mean, I know the Bills Dolphins coming down to the wire.
Yeah,
that's probably the matchup of the day.
You see Tua, dude? He might be out. I think
no, he's back playing. He's playing. He's
back in, bro.
Yeah,
dude.
I saw he got rocked, and now he's back in. He's tough.
He is tough, but like, bro, did not look like he was there.
I mean, Alabama grad.
No,
so
you're right. He's taking some hits before. But
he's probably the first Alabama quarterback in a long time to be really good. I mean, AJ McCarron.
Jalen Hurts, man.
No, he got drafted out of Oklahoma though.
Yeah,
but those two boys they're killing it right now. Philly was looking like they're going to improve to 3-0. Miami, they could be 3-0 in 20 minutes. We'll see. That game's going to be crazy. But yeah, let's go watch some NFL football.
Let's go do it, man.
Yeah,
it was good talking with you, doing this little recap pod. But I'm excited for this LSU game this weekend. But that's going to wrap it up for the Strictly Auburn podcast. If y'all have a chance, go check out our main show, Strictly Auburn, where we break down games and talk about Auburn football as well. And then we'll y'all go check out our TikTok as well. We'll post clips and highlights from the game. And if y'all have a minute to go check out Laz Sports on his website, where you'll see a bunch of these podcasts and other various NFL stuff. Y'all go give that a look at. So
hell yeah.
But that's gonna end it up.
Let's wrap that up. And I'm thinking we could do some of these little podcast style things on TikTok. I don't know if you like that, but we could do some 90-second, 2-minute little questions, and we'll post them up there. I think that would be fun too.
We can, for sure.
All right. Peace, guys. War Eagle.
War Eagle.